Hello, 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 and welcome back everybody to another Minecraft tutorial. I am zu-wii-mama, and yeah, we are building, you've probably already seen by the thumbnail already. Oh, why are my eyes still closed? Open? Yeah, there we go. We are building the Copper Golem. So most of you are probably already aware that the Copper Golem was one of the 3 mobs that we all had to vote for in the Minecraft Live. And I mean, the Copper Golem was definitely my vote of choice, but unfortunately he didn't win. But I'm quite happy that the LA was obviously second to get in there. So let me just say a few things before we get onto the build, right? So one, just be very mindful if you're going to write any comments and slating my Copper Golem, because I have built this mob before it's even introduced into the game. I've only based this creation off of the Minecraft Live footage and also the pictures that we've all seen online from the LA, the Copper Golem and the Glare, right? So I've had to sort of do my best to sort of get proportion size compared to other mobs. So as you can see, look at my Iskall over here, which is one of the hermit crafts. In comparison, he is sort of the right sort of size, let's say, off the footage. Same with the frog as well. That's why some of these mobs are small. So yes, when these mobs actually get properly introduced into the game, they may look slightly different. They're probably going to have a different texture on them, but I've did my best to obviously go off, like I said, the pictures and the footage that we've all seen to make this Copper Golem, and also the same with the LA as well. So just if you're going to slate me, please just be mindful of that, alright? So I just thought I'd get that out of the way, because a lot of people will be like, no, it's the wrong shape, it's the wrong colour, it doesn't look like that, okay? So I'm just letting you know now. So now we got that out of the way. Anyway, let's maybe if you want to build this guy, let's get on to the build, shall we? So the blocks and colours you'll need for this build are as follows: orange terracotta 104, orange concrete 90, smooth red sandstone 192, stripped acacia wood 55, brown terracotta 52, and 8 black concrete. And I just want to say as well, make sure you have a few spares of some of these blocks, particularly the smooth red sandstone, because I think I might have miscounted a few blocks off of that one particularly. Okay, so anyway, it's no harm having a few spares knocking around your base anyway, is there? Anyway, let's get on to the build, shall we? Starting off with your orange concrete, we're going to go 1, 2, and then come across by 1, 2 as well. Underneath that, we're going to go with orange terracotta. We're going to go 1, 2, place another 2 orange concrete, back to your orange terracotta, place another 2, then go back to your orange concrete again and go 1, 2, and then 1, 2 across the top there. You should have something looking like that. Switch to your smooth red sandstone, go 1, 2, and then come to the end from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you should have a pattern like that. And then just top it off with orange terracotta. You're going to go 1, and then bring it all the way, oh, not there, that's weird. 1, and then bring it all the way across, and then go 1, 2 on the end. There we go. So you should have a pattern looking like that so far. And that's the feet area done already. Look at that. Spin around to the right hand side. What I'm going to do is this orange, we're going to actually come across by 1, 2. So that's as wide as the legs are going to go. And you can just bring that orange all the way across as well. In the center block there, go a smooth red sandstone, followed by orange terracotta there, there, and there. And we're going to do the exact same on the opposite side. So spin on round and do the same on the other side. So fill that up with orange by 3, a smooth red sandstone, and just grab that orange terracotta and bring it round like that. So you should have 2 sides exactly the same. Front looking like that. Spin on around to the back, and let's get the back side done now. So what we're going to do with our orange terracotta still in the hand, we're going to just bring that row all the way across the top there like that. Go from the bottom, we're going to get our orange concrete. So we're going to come up 1 from this one here, and then come across by 2. Do the same on the opposite side. Come across here, 1, 2, like that. And then go back to your orange terracotta. We're going to go 1, 2 there, and then 1, 2 that side. And then all we're going to do is switch to our smooth red sandstone. And then, oh, not in there. Well, you can fill in there if you really want to, because it will stop mobs from spawning. But you can fill all that up with orange terracotta. You should have something looking like that. And I said orange terracotta, I meant smooth red sandstone. There we go. So you should have the back of the legs, the side, and the front all complete already. Look at that. What we're going to do now is switch to our brown terracotta, and from the front of the legs, what you're going to do is actually start from the sort of middle block here. They've got 2 middle blocks, and you're just going to bring that out by 1 block, so it's overhanging the legs by 1. And then we're going to start from here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, leave 2 block gap on the end there, and then just 1 there as well. It's 2 block gap, then you should have 4, and then a 2 block gap on the end. Okay, so you should have a pattern like that. Then what we're going to do is bring up from the left hand side. We're going to come up by 1, across by 1, up by 1, and then across by 2. Okay, go back to this section here, and we're going to bring that up by 1, 2, 3, and then bring that across by 1, 2. So we should have something looking like that so far. And we're going to do the same on this side. So you start from this side, come up by 1, across by 1, and then up by 1, and then you can bring it across by 2, 1, 2. Come back to this center block here, come up by 1, 2, 3, and then come across by 1, 2. And what you want to do then, this center area here, you can bring that row all the way across like that. So you should have a pattern looking something like that. Now switch to your stripped acacia wood, and what I want you to do is in the center there you can pop in 2. I like my grain of my wood going across ways, but obviously you can pop it in however you want. So 2 there, and then from the right hand side come up by 1, 2, 3 on the inside of this square that we've got going on. Then also, while we've got it in our hand, this top row here, just underneath, come across by 2, and do the same on the opposite side. So spin around and come across by 2 just there like that. There we go. And then come down to the bottom area here, and we want to place a block, any old block there for the time being, and place another 2 across there, and we'll just delete that one like that. And then do the same on the opposite side. So place a block, place another 2 acacia wood, and we'll get rid of that one like that. And then all we're going to do now is get our smooth red sandstone and fill in all the gaps. So we can fill in the gap here, here, and here, here. Keep going upwards, there, there, there. And don't go any higher than the brown across the top there. This whole section here can be filled in as well. And then the 2 blocks here, and then the 2 blocks here. And that should be the front panel of the build all done. Look at that. So now we've done that, we're going to spin around to the right hand side. We're using your stripped acacia wood. What we're going to do is start from the bottom block here and bring towards us by 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should be overhanging the back of the legs by 1 block. If you come back up, these 3 blocks here, all the way up to the top of the torso, you can leave blank or you can put a block there for the time being. It's entirely up to you, but the arms are going to be going there shortly, so we don't need to worry about those blocks. And what we're going to do is spin around and do the same on the opposite side. So from here, acacia wood, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, it's overhanging by 1. And then these blocks here, you can leave blank or you can fill them in, entirely up to you. So I'm going to like to fill mine in quickly, just so I know where I am. Right, and now let's start from the back end now. Using your smooth red sandstone, what I want you to do is on the top of this block here, go 1, 2, and then come down, and then bring that all the way across to the opposite side. Come up by 1 and then across by 1, so you should have a pattern looking like that. In the center there, you can go back to your stripped acacia wood, and you're actually just going to do a strip all the way across like that, and that's finished that row off nicely. Top left hand side now, we're going to go with an orange terracotta, followed by a load of brown terracotta. Now we're just going to do a row all the way across, and then one before the end, we're just going to pop in a orange terracotta again. The next row up is going to be all smooth red sandstone, so you can do a line all the way across like that. Then top left hand side, what we're going to do is going to go 1, 2, 3, switch to your stripped acacia wood, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then finish it off by another 1, 2, 3 smooth red sandstone like that. Then top left again, orange terracotta this time, followed by a stripped acacia wood, and then followed by some more brown terracotta. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then back to your stripped acacia wood, and then finally a orange terracotta on the end. And that is the back of the build complete. Okay, let's swing on back around to the front and let's do this guy's head. Okay, so from the top left hand side of the build, using your smooth red sandstone, what we're going to do is going to go 1 there, and we're actually going to come towards us by 1 as well, and then come across by 1, 2, 3, followed by orange concrete. On top of that, we're going to go orange concrete there, 1, 2, 3, followed by another smooth red sandstone. Then come back to the bottom right hand side here with a stripped acacia wood, and we're going to go 1, 2, and we're going to copy the same pattern which we've just did just there. So we're going to go orange concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then switch back to your smooth red sandstone, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should have a pattern looking like that so far. Now using your orange terracotta, what I want you to do is from this acacia wood here, we're going to go 1, 2, and then we're also going to come up by 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come down low, and 1 there and there as well. So that, if you haven't already guessed, is his nose. And we're just going to make that thicker by doing another layer all the way across that, like that. So it should be looking somewhat like that so far. Now moving on to the eyes, what we're going to do is get our black concrete out. And on top of this orange concrete here, just next to the nose, we're going to go a black square, 1, 2, 3, 4. We could do the same on the opposite side as well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, switch to your brown terracotta this time, and we'll start from the left hand side. On top of this orange here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can do the same on the opposite side as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. On top of this, we're going to go with our orange terracotta, and we're just going to do a row all the way across, oh, not there, and a row across this side as well. And then just switch back to your orange concrete. And what I want you to do is come to the left hand side of the build, and we're going to come up by 1 block and then place 2 orange concrete there next to the side of the eyes. And we're going to do the same on the opposite side, so you can come up by 1 block and then place 1, 2 orange concrete like that. Looks a bit funky at the minute, doesn't he? Now all we're going to do is switch to our smooth red sandstone, and we're going to fill in a few gaps. So we can fill in this bit here, come up from the left hand side there, and then come up by 2, 1, 2. And we can now fill that in all the way across to the opposite side. Fill in that all the way across there as well. Do the same on the right hand side. There we go. And then also in the center here, the top 2 blocks, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And those last 2 blocks there, we're going to actually fill in with orange terracotta. So we go 1, 2, like that. And there we go. It's the front of the face done. Spin on around to the left hand side. What I want you to do is get your smooth red sandstone, and we're going to go from here actually. So for the left hand side, see these 3 here, from this top one here, what I want you to do is bring that all the way across. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be overhanging the back of the body by 1 block now. In total, that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide. Okay, so I want you to only do a strip along there. And then you can actually pop in 1 block there, come to the other end, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that section there is where the arm's going to go, so we don't need to worry about that for the time being. Come up with your orange, with your smooth red sandstone. I keep getting these wrong, mixed up. Smooth red sandstone again. Do another strip all the way across to the other side. Okay. Now switching to our orange terracotta, what I want you to do is from here, skip a block, place 1 there. Skip a block, place 1, and you can actually bring that up by 2 now. Now we've got the pattern where they're going, and then on top of those, acacia wood, like that. And then you've probably already guessed it, but smooth red sandstone now, you can fill in all these gaps all the way up to the top of the head, and bring that across, there, 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 and there, and there we go. That's the side of the head complete. And all we're going to do now is spin on round and do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Okay, so spin on round, and all we're going to do is copy what we can see there, right? So remember, we'll do this quite quickly. Go 2 blocks there, and we'll come up from this block, bring that all the way across like that, overhang the back by 1, bring that down, and then fill that section in there. That can stay like that. Bring that all the way across. In the center there, can come all the way up. Da, 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 da. That across there, across there. This can go up to the top there. And then that one can go up as well. So can this one. And then we got orange terracotta there, 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 there. And followed in by a stripped acacia. So there we go. 2 sides of the head complete. And these gaps here, again, you can actually fill these in with black concrete or whatever you want, or you can just leave them empty, because like I said, we'll be doing the arms very shortly anyway, so it isn't going to make any difference to the build. Oh, there we go. I had to do that because it's a bit of OCD. Right, spinning on around to the back, and let's finish off the back of the head. And we're going to start from the bottom left hand side. What we're going to do is go 1, 2, and then fill it in with some orange terracotta all the way across until we get to 1 block before the end, and then that's going to be 2 smooth red sandstone. And then what we're going to do is switch to our orange concrete again, and we're going to come up here. Yeah, there. Right. So you should have something looking like that. I lost my words then, sorry, I really do apologise. Smooth red sandstone now can literally be filled in all the way across, all the way up to the top of the head. Okay, now we've done the top. Again, you've probably already guessed it, but guess what? This big central area, again, you can fill all this in as well. The same block that we just used, so I'll catch up with you in a second. Now we filled the top of the head in, what we're going to do is use our smooth red sandstone and come from the front of the build, go 1, 2, and on the third block, we're going to place a block like so, 2, so that should be dead center of the eyes, and then come back as well by 2, so it should be a square, so it should be 2 blocks forward from the front of the head, a square, and there should be a 3 block gap at the end like that. On top of this, we're going to go with orange concrete, go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on top of that, an orange terracotta square as well. There we go, that's the first part of the lightning rod complete. Now what we're going to do is get our orange concrete. From the left hand side of it, we're going to place a block and come towards us by 1. Go to our left by 1. Okay, and then we're going to go up, across, up, and across. So we've got like a little squiggly pattern like that. And we're going to spin on round. We can actually get rid of that block now. And we're going to do the same on this side as well. So place a block, come out by 1. We can get rid of that. And then copy the exact same squiggly pattern we can see like that. There, 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 and there. So you should have 2 sort of like lightning bolts. Get a smooth red sandstone. I'm going to go 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. That's 3. And then 3 on this side. 1, 2, 3. Spin on round and do the same to this guy as well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we've got 2 panels complete. Now all we're going to do is match everything up. So use your orange concrete, go across to the orange concrete, and then the smooth red sandstone across to there. On the top side, again, match them all up. Orange concrete, match them across to each other as well, and then come down, and again, smooth red sandstone, match them up and match them up as well. And there we go. That's how I did my lightning bolt. But I mean, if you want to do a different design, then obviously go for it. I mean, I just did a basic one. But hey, there we go. And let's move on to the arms. So from the left hand side of the build, what we're going to do is spin on round with our orange terracotta, and this section that we left blank earlier, we're going to start building from it. So you should have a 2 block high from the base of your head, and this block here, we're going to start from here using your orange terracotta. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, switch to your orange concrete, and from here we're going to go 1, 2, 3 like that. Then switch to your smooth red sandstone, and we're going to fill in the gap here and bring it down to that orange terracotta like that. And then all we're going to do now is come down from here, go 1, 2, 3, fill all that in like that. Then switch to your stripped acacia wood, and we're going to do a row all the way across there. Switch back to your smooth red sandstone again. Underneath, we're going to go 1 row, 2 rows. Switch to your orange concrete, do a row again. And then switch to our orange terracotta, and we can do a final row, if I can, just along the base there. And there we go, that's the front of the arm complete. What we're going to do now is go to the right hand side and do the exact same thing what we've already done. Okay, so from the top left here, we're going to use our orange terracotta, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, switch to our, what was it, orange concrete, and we're going to go 1, 2, and then come down by 1. Using our smooth red sandstone, we're going to fill that in 1, 2, 3 like so. Then we're going to come down by a further 3, so 1, 2, 3, and we can fill that all in. Underneath this, we're going to go with our stripped acacia wood, and we're going to do a row 1, 2, 3. Underneath that, smooth red sandstone again, and we're going to do another row of 2, followed by a row of orange concrete, and then followed by a row of orange terracotta. Okay, so now we've done the fronts of both arms. What we're going to do is spin on around to the left hand side arm, and we're going to work on this. So we're kind of going to be working on the side and the back at the same time, alright? So hopefully I don't confuse you too much. Using your orange terracotta, what I want you to do is come from this arm here and come towards us by 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now that arm is a 3 by 3 by 3 square, okay? So from the orange concrete is going to be next. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you don't need to worry about the center because no one can see that bit there. Switch to our smooth red sandstone. And again, we're going to do a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. So that's, like I said, we're doing the front and the back sort of at the same time. Switch to your stripped acacia wood. And we're going to bring that across. 1, 2. And then across by 1, 2. Okay, we don't need to worry about this block now because no one's going to see what's going on there, alright? So there we go, should have something looking like that. Smooth red sandstone next, we're going to do a row on top. And then from the back, remember, what we're going to do is a stripped acacia wood on the left hand side here. On top of that, orange terracotta, 1, 2. Okay, go back to your smooth red sandstone, and what we're going to do is going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then this time switch to your orange concrete, and we're just going to go from the top here this time. We're going to bring that across by 1, 2, and then we're going to bring that down by 1, 2, 3 as well. Okay, I hope I'm not losing you here. And then just fit in smooth red sandstone there to the top. And then spin on round to the other side of the arm and just fit in 2 like that. So you should have a pattern looking like that. Alright, I hope I didn't go too fast for you. Now we've done that arm, what we're going to do is swing on round and do the exact same on the other arm. Okay, so let's see if you remember how to do this. So again, with your orange terracotta, we're going to spin on round from the front of the build. And we're going to come towards us by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to fill it all in. Orange concrete, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch to your smooth red sandstone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Again, another row of those as well. Switch to your stripped acacia wood and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 this time. There we go. On top of that, another smooth red sandstone strip, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the right hand side, a stripped acacia wood, followed by 2 orange terracotta on top. Then switch back to your, oh sorry, what happened to my voice there? Switch back to your smooth red sandstone, and again, we're going to fill in that gap there, come up again, fill it in till you get to this point, to this point here. Then on the left hand side, we're going to go orange concrete, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Switch back to your smooth red sandstone, and we can now fill in that to the top of the build. Spin on round to the inside of the build, and again, orange concrete go across the top there, followed in by smooth red sandstone. And then these 2 blocks can also be filled in with smooth red sandstone. And let me just double check actually, did we do that on the other side? No, we didn't. Smooth red sandstone there and there. Oops, I forgot blocks. I'm awfully sorry. There we go. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. That is my interpretation of a copper golem. And make sure you subscribe and stick around for more because it really does help out the channel. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.